Oh no, I can't stand this. It's only me. Was I convincing Mr. Bear from the story Peace at Last? Poor Mr. Bear, he really didn't get much sleep, did he, that night? But today, I think he looks a bit happier. Maybe he has got some more sleep. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of these bears. Now, it's using paint, but actually today we're not going to be using our normal paintbrushes to paint. We're going to be using a different tool today. I'm going to show you it again to have a little look at my bear and see if you can think about what I've used to make the bear's fur. It's actually a fork. Brilliant. And we're going to be using a printing technique today to print on to make our bear's fur. Now there's lots of things that you can use for printing. You might use potatoes. I bet some of you have used potatoes for printing. You might use sponges or shapes. You might use things from nature. So you might use some leaves for leaf printing as well. And the best thing as well, of course, hands up if you've used your fingers and hands for some printing as well. It's really good fun, isn't it? So we're going to use forks for printing today, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So these are the things you need to make your bear painting. I didn't have any brown paint at home in my cupboards today, so I actually mixed red and yellow to make orange, and then added a bit of blue to make my brown. Then we need a fork for our printing, a paintbrush to add the circles for our bear ears, a glue stick, a black pen and a pencil, and some paper and a pair of scissors. Okay, I'm going to do the outline of my bear face first of all, and you can draw a circle on your white piece of paper or get a grown-up to do that for you, or you can find something round and draw just lightly in pencil around your circle. And now I've got a circle that I can start printing around to make that shape of the bear's face. So I've got my paint ready. Okay, I've mixed those colours together to make a brown, and all I'm going to do is just mix up my fork onto the paint, make sure that it's covered, and then I'm going to dip the bottom of my fork onto the paper and press down. That's it. Do it again, press down. So we're making lines all the way around my circle. So I'm going to keep going. That's it, all the way around. Make sure that you keep dipping your fork back into the paint, because we want to make sure that the bear's got lots of nice brown fur. And look, you can see the lovely spiky fur that's coming round the bear's face now. Okay, if you need to move your paper around, you can do, because that helps a little bit. Keep going. That's it. Dip a bit more into your paint. Press down. You really are working your fingers when you're doing this activity, because you're pressing down very hard. Okay, and then we need to, of course, do the middle, the inside of the bear's face. So we just keep going. Doesn't matter what direction you go in. Okay, that's it. There we go. Okay, so when you're happy with how much you've covered on your bear's face, then the next thing that we're going to do is add the bear's ears. Now you can see from Mr. Bear here, I have painted 2 round circles for his ears. So I'm going to use the paintbrush this time though, so that I can get a good shape. So I'm going to do 1 circle here at the top of his head, and another circle just here. Brilliant. Now that's taking shape of Mr Bear now, but before we add any of the other features, we're going to make sure that it dries first so that our paint doesn't smudge and blend together. So you will have to wait for that to dry, okay? I've already made one ready for us to show you what we can do next. We're going to make the eyes next, and I have cut out 2 circles. I've actually drawn around a 2p coin there, look, to get my 2 circles, which was very helpful. And then I'm going to use my black pen to put some eyeballs on. I'm going to put a little circle in the middle. 1, 2. Okay, and then I'm going to glue my eyes on. 1 and 2. And then next we need to add the bear's nose and mouth. So I'm going to use my black paint now. Now to get the nose, I've actually painted a triangle shape for the nose. So I'm going to come across, down and back up again. And then I'm going to make sure that I put enough paint on my paintbrush to cover the bear's nose. And then we're going to do 2 curved lines for the mouth. We're going to come straight down and curve round that way and down again, curve the other way. And again, just make sure that you've got enough black paint on. And there, look, I've made 2 bears now. So when your bear is dry, you can cut it out and make a bear mask like this. And you could use it to retell the story of Peace at Last with Mr Bear trying to get to sleep, or perhaps another favourite bear story. But we always love to see your lovely work, so please send it in, email it in to us, a picture of your bear, and we can put it on display, and then it will be ready for you for when we're all back together again.